It's August 30th, it's Monday, and I was mulching the garden until it rained. I know it was forecasted for rain today, but sometimes I find it easier to work in the garden when it's overcast. But it finally rained. The sound of the rain is very soothing though. It's very relaxing. I'm just sitting here at the swing right now and enjoying the peace as well as the sound of the birds. I'm also thinking about how I can improve this garden a little bit more. I'm tempted to contact a local landscaping company. They offer 1-hour consultation, so there's nothing to lose. But I'm also entertaining the idea of just continue on taking the challenge of designing and decorating this myself, which is sometimes a very overwhelming task. But on the positive note, everything I have done here so far is quite a success. I planted magnolias with the help of my husband digging the holes. I planted dahlias, and the dahlia bed is successful. Even though it's quite shady, so partial shade, and I didn't stake the dahlias, so the dinner plate dahlias are drooping to the ground because of their heavy blooms. I say they're bearing a lot of flowers and they're quite successful in that bed. So notes for next year, that will continue to be a dahlia bed. However, the roses are not doing very good on this side, so they need more light than they are getting now, so I have to transfer those roses. It will be an enormous job. So now that I say that, I realize that my overwhelming overthinking job is really transferring the roses and hopefully going to save them for next year's gardening season so that they won't die during the winter and we can have more enjoyment from them. I have 7 hybrid tea roses in this garden, and even the Explorer series, I have 3 of them, which are supposed here on the very far left, just behind the buckets. I have an Explorer series rose there, and move over to the other side. There's an Eden rose right here, which I want to say that the foliage is actually very healthy for growing in the partial shade, which is doing very well compared to the honeysuckle that's just beside it. It's full of black spots, but this Eden rose has remained to be unscathed. It has a lot of blind shoots, but beside that there's still a lot of flowers and great foliage. So I don't know, should I transfer? I don't know. At the very back there I have a distant rose, and farther away from the distant drums is another Explorer series or a hardy rose called Marie Therese. That's a Rugusa rose, and another one over here just in one of those black pots at the back is another Marie Therese. So in total there's 3 very hardy roses in this garden that's supposed to survive a zone 2 kind of winter, but they're not doing very well in partial shade. So I will have to transfer them where they can get more sun. That is the most biggest job I need to do, I guess, is if I'm going to save the roses, I'll have to transfer them, maybe overwinter them in the garage or do what is called a Minnesota tipping, which is to dig a trench and loosen up the rose on one of its sides, wrap it with burlap, and bury it in the ground. That sounds like a lot of work, doesn't it? I don't know if it's more work than actually just transferring them into buckets and overwintering them in the garage. But look at them, so beautiful. How can I just let them die? I don't know. I will have to save them. I have to. Anyway, yeah. I have Origold, I have First Prize, Perfume Delight. And over there. A stream of birds just passed by.